For most, our time on the weekends are so precious, but it's also a good time to reset and get started for the following week. In today's video, I'll walk you through some moments throughout the weekend where we get caught up from the previous week. We're doing a little bit of meal prepping to make life easier in the mornings for the following week. I'll spend some time Saturday morning tackling some of the bedrooms, and then Sunday we will head to the grocery store, restock the fridge, get some laundry done, and prep for the week ahead. Keep in mind, I spread it out throughout each day so that we still have plenty of time to enjoy our weekend. The weekends for me can be jam-packed with a lot of things to accomplish, but I do like to take some time to escape and add some fun to my day by playing Hard Rock Neverland Casino, which is also today's sponsor. Hard Rock Neverland Casino is the ultimate casino experience right on your phone, and it doesn't cost you a thing because it's completely free to play. I'm glad that I don't need to fly to Vegas every time I want to add some thrill to my day, because Hard Rock Neverland Casino has over 100 exciting slot games that you can experience absolutely free right from your phone, and it is available for Apple and Android. Some of the 100 plus slot games you can play include Hard Rock's iconic memorabilia slots and other popular ones such as Pirate's Fortune, Golden Buffalo, and Wild Spins. I have recently been playing Blazing Goddess. I love that you can enjoy your casino gaming experience without digital interruptions. Now, I can't guarantee your kids won't bug you, but I can guarantee that you can enjoy a seamless gaming experience. The high quality graphics make you feel like you are actually sitting at a slot machine, giving you all the casino vibes. We actually just went to the Golden Nugget in Louisiana a few months ago, and it makes me feel like I'm back on vacation. They offer daily bonuses if you want to hop on every day. For example, you can earn free spins, coins, and other exciting rewards to help you level up and keep the fun going. Now, let me ask you, do you like cash? Well, you're in luck, because the best part is Hard Rock Neverland Casino is running a $1 million cash giveaway. You basically win with every spin, and you have the opportunity to win some pretty awesome prizes like thousands in cash, yes please, or exclusive Hard Rock merchandise like collectible gear, free stays, and other one-of-a-kind Hard Rock items just by playing your favorite slots. Right when you sign up, you automatically receive a $2 million coin bonus, so you can start playing for free immediately. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity that you don't want to miss. I know I'm down to win any of those prizes, and if you are too, then download the Hard Rock Neverland Casino app. Spin for your chance to win big. You can click on the link in my description and let the winning begin. So why not get started folding a fresh load of laundry? On Friday afternoonish, right before I picked up the kids, I wanted to get all of the laundry done. Now, if this is your first time here, welcome. I am so glad to have you. My name is Michelle. I'm a mom of 3, and I would not say that I typically spend my Friday nights cleaning, but this particular Friday night, the girls had a daddy-daughter dance with their dad, so they went back up to the school around 6 o'clock. It was just me and Rye, who is my 2-year-old son, and we kind of just spent the night together cleaning up a bit, and then we finished the night watching tractors on TV. I typically do most of my cleaning on Saturday morning, so like just getting caught up from the week mainly. But when sports activity starts, we just started softball. I don't know if we will have Saturday morning games. I don't know how that's going to look yet. We'll figure that out in March timeframe, but I'll have to maybe readjust my schedule. But let me know in the comments, what day of the week, or is it just like all throughout the week, do you spend the time to get caught up?
You were my best friend, didn't care about the rules, good on the weekends. I'll be in fools, drifting to deep space. So brave and so stupid, just like the movies. How it's gonna stay in the fight with you. Just thinking we would do this until we couldn't do it. Each and every high.
Next, I'm going to get caught up by cleaning up the kitchen. So, do you guys typically have super busy weekends? I feel like our weekends are always jam-packed with stuff. And usually I'm not complaining because I like going out and doing things, but tonight I was like really happy to just be at home. Now, Chris is super extroverted, and actually I don't like labeling things because I feel like if you put a label on it, then it means that you have to like meet up to the standards of that label. But anyway, he likes just being around people all the time, not sitting at home. And for a long time, I felt that way until I just felt so burned out that I like to now be at home a lot more. I don't know, maybe it's my age. I know Chris can be out all day and just like not want to leave places, and I'm ready, like I can do a few hours and then I'm ready to tap out and leave. I actually used to feel guilty if we went to parties or if we went to places and I felt like I was ready to leave. We had been there all day. I would feel guilty for going to the person and saying, hey, we're ready to leave. Don't ask me why, but now I'm a lot better at, or I am working on setting more boundaries and kind of navigating what I want to do and don't want to do, because y'all, FOMO is a real thing. FOMO, if you don't know what it means, it's the fear of missing out. So every time you get invited to something or every time you get asked to do something, it's when you feel like you have to do it and you don't want to say no, because you're basically going to have the fear that you're missing out on something cool. But after going to so many things and knowing what to expect a little bit, I feel like I don't have to commit to so much stuff, and there will always be more opportunities, so it's okay for me to say no. So all that to say is I was quite excited to stay home this Friday night and clean, which is not my typical Friday night. Our typical Friday nights are going to dinner as a family. We'll go out typically to a Mexican restaurant, and then we'll come home and then chill. Unless there's something going on and we get invited somewhere, that might be the case. But this Friday night, I was like, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to get caught up, and it's going to feel really good. So funny story, Rye loves to put his silverware inside these chairs. There's a little pocket there in the leather, and I never see it. If we use plastic silverware, then he'll stick it in there and I won't know what happened to it. And then somebody will come over and look and be like, why is there a fork poking out of your chair? And I'm like, oh my gosh. He does it all the time, and that's one thing I did not think of when getting these chairs. But while I'm thinking about it, let me know in the comments, do y'all decorate for spring? I feel like I've asked this over the last couple of years, and there's always like a 50-50 response to that. I'm asking only because I am going to decorate for spring, and I want to create like this beautiful floral centerpiece, but with real flowers. I got this idea on Instagram, so I'm going to try to create like this pretty centerpiece here. But I'm trying to figure out if I should do it for spring or if I should do it more for Easter, because I don't really have an event or anyone coming over to see it. So I was thinking about doing it for Easter and then taking it over to my mom's house, because she is the one who hosts our Easter dinner. So if you decorate for spring, let me know. I'm going to figure out when I'm going to make that centerpiece. But I am sweeping the floors here, and I received a comment a couple months ago, the first time I swept, because in our old house, I never swept the floors. And somebody left a comment and was like, wow, I've never seen you sweep before. And I was like, yeah, I actually really don't sweep. So I was trying to figure out why. And I realized that in our old house, we had Piper, our black lab, and she would always eat the food, like the larger pieces of food on the ground. So afterwards, I could just easily come in with a vacuum and then vacuum it all up, because some of those large chunks of, what is that, granola bar? Who knows what's on the floor right there? My vacuum's not going to pick that up. So I am now, resulting to sweeping. So that's why. But we do miss Piper so much. We had her for 14 years. If you have been around for a while, you've seen her in a lot of my old videos. And it was her time to go, kind of a little bit before we moved. I knew that she was getting old. I knew that it was coming close to her time. But gosh, nothing can prepare you for losing a pet. So praying for all of y'all who have had to say goodbye to your pet. Maybe one day I'll convince Chris to get a cat. Not anytime soon, but that's going to be my long-term goal. As far as getting a pet, another dog, probably not anytime soon. We're going to focus on our kids. Oh my gosh, that little thing there, that red thing that you sit on, is a kid's toy and you kind of like move it back and forth. I have a funny story about that. I actually got on it, went down a hill in our driveway area. I fell out of it, rolled over, scratched my whole hand. It was terrible, but I must have forgot how old I was. But we are moving on to Saturday morning. I'm not much of a meal prepper, but I got this recipe off of HEB. HEB, when they deliver groceries and you can fill your cart online. HEB is our local grocery store if you're not familiar with, from Texas basically, and they will have suggested recipes, and one of them was like these egg bite recipes. So I decided to try them out. It is super easy to make, and then you can just freeze them and reheat them up in the morning. My kids love eggs, so I'm going to double the recipe here, but all you need is a red onion, which I am going to cut up and dice here. I already turned on the oven, preheating it to 350 degrees. Sailor in the background is making us a fruit salad. And then we are going to basically saute the onions or heat up a skillet. These are my new green pans. I got them for Christmas and I love them. We're also going to take 4 garlic cloves because we are basically doubling the recipe. And once those are all diced up, we're going to throw those in the pan as well, in the skillet. And then we are also going to cut up, it says 1.5 cups of ham. I'm going to do that in a second. I'm also going to throw that in the skillet. But while I'm doing that, the kids are going to go ahead and mix up 8 eggs, and I'm going to, instead of using ham, the recipe calls for ham, I'm going to switch it over to turkey. You could probably also make these as egg whites. And then basically if I were to make them as egg whites, I would do probably, instead of 8 eggs, I would do 12 eggs, just the egg white part. And then I'm going to go ahead and spray the cooking sheet or cooking pan. And then I am going to mix up all of the stuff in the skillet along with the eggs. I started pouring the eggs and I realized I forgot to mix in the arugula. So it does call for 1 cup of arugula mixed in. And then I'm going to put them individually into the pan. Even though I sprayed these very well, this egg it's super sticky to the pan. So next time I make these, I'll probably put in the, what are they? The cupcake holder things. I don't know. Don't ask me. And then I'm going to bake these for about 25 minutes. These are going to be full of, protein. If you do the egg whites, you're going to have a lot of protein, a little bit less fat, but the kids love them. They're easy to pop in the microwave each morning. But after we made our breakfast, I am going to work on Sailor's room. She does do a good job of like picking up, but it's not always organized, I guess you can say. So I'm going to go in here and just revamp it. I don't clean her room every Saturday morning. Usually I'm working on other parts of the house, but we have some time before we head out to a birthday party. So this is how I'm going to finish my cleaning for Saturday morning.
I've met before. It's the same as always, waiting at the airport with your coat and gloves. Same time every winter, smiling like you knew me. And now all my emotions are searching for you in places we've never been. Now I'm starting to realize the chance I've been given, but I am so afraid. Time is standing still when you lift your suitcase, turn around and say bye. Oh, I would be a fool not to ask you gently if you stay forever. And now all my emotions are searching for you in places we've never been. Now I'm starting to realize the chance I've been given, but I am so afraid.
So whenever this video is posted, we will actually be on our way to a Disney cruise. We have not cruised in about 7 years. In fact, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you are a cruise person or not a cruise person. The very first cruise I went on, I had fun, but I didn't like it. I remember thinking that I would never go back. We went out of Galveston. We went on like a 4-day cruise. And the reason why, real quick, there is some marker on the dresser. So I'm going to use magic eraser to get it out. But I was in my early 20s. Maybe I was 21 or 22 or something like that. And when we went, and the reason why I said I didn't like it was because I felt like we didn't get enough time on the beach or at the ports. And we're pretty close to Galveston. We're like an hour and a half to 2 hours from Galveston. So we typically just leave out of there. And for our honeymoon, Chris and I got married. I was like 25. And I kept looking at where we could go, what we could do. and I found this cruise out of Puerto Rico, even though I said that I would never cruise again. But it had, because Puerto Rico is so close to all the other islands, you could get like 6 stops, whereas Galveston it's like it takes a day to even get to Mexico. So it's like it's a little bit further away. That's why, it just depends on how long it is, where you go, and whatnot. But anyway, this cruise out of Puerto Rico, it went to all of the Caribbean islands, and we had to stop every single day. And it was the best cruise that we have ever been on. We saw the most beautiful islands and all down the Caribbean, and I would love to go back. But real quick, I bought these. Have you guys seen? I mean, you've probably seen them. They are bean bags that you can fill stuffed animals in. And I was actually looking for a birthday gift for a friend when we were going to a birthday party. And then I stumbled upon these and I was like, you know what? I'm going to try these out because they could like put these bean bags in the playroom and whatnot. So I ordered one for each of the girls' rooms, and it's like they have to be pretty stuffed up to like that one looks a little bit sad. I'm going to have to go find some more stuffed animals or blankets or something. But the whole idea was to like be able to have a bean bag and then them use it in the playroom. But yeah, that cruise was amazing, and it totally shifted our perspective of cruises. And then we became cruise people. We actually tried to do a different cruise. I will tell that. I've told it that story before, but I'll tell y'all in a second. So now we are moving on to Sunday afternoon-ish. We went to church. We went by Costco. We usually don't go by Costco just because it's so packed on Sundays, but it is close to where we go to church. So I stocked up on a lot of protein. We were actually going to a little party that afternoon. So I got the cookies for our contribution to the party, and I'm focusing a lot on lean protein and, fruit and vegetables. I'm still on my gluten-free route. So I originally was going to do no red meat, but I decided to bring red meat back in. I'm just going to try and limit it a little bit more, but I'm still on my gluten-free, diet that I'm going to continue to do for a couple of months. And yeah, so my hives are gone. In last week's video, I said I kept getting hives at night. So those are gone. But anyway, I'm going to unload all of the groceries now that is Sunday afternoon, and then I'm going to finish cleaning in Savannah's room. So I have told this story before. It actually slipped my mind that the second cruise that we were going to go on was going to be a Mediterranean cruise. And that was also in my early 20s. My early 20s is when I started like really venturing out. But we had like my sister and I, and Chris, and then her husband at the time, we had been planning this trip for like 9 months. It would be our first time out of the country besides going to Mexico. And we were just like so excited for it. We had planned to fly into Rome and then stay in Rome for a few days, hop on our Mediterranean cruise. It was supposed to go to like France and like a couple other countries, and it was just supposed to be this magical experience. And if you haven't heard of the Costa Concordia, that was the ship that we booked. Now that is the ship that sank off of the coast of Rome, and it sank about 6 weeks before our trip. So talk about a weird, like a weird thing that it was just so happened to be that exact ship right before we were supposed to go on it. Thankfully, we were not on it. Prayers for everyone who was. But, and to be like our first time out of the country, that would have been a disaster. But anyway, we had about, the cruise lines, they didn't really know what to do after it happened. We were like, are we going to get reimbursed? What is going on? We have just a couple of weeks to figure out this trip. Our flights were non-refundable. So we had to knew nothing. Why we didn't get a travel agent. I don't know. We knew nothing about Italy, nothing about going to a different country. So we were like trying to like book trains, and I don't know. So anyway, we ended up going on the trip. It wasn't what we expected. It was still a lot of fun. I think if we were able to like do the cruise, it would have been like a little bit more fun. But we had a lot of fun going to Italy. We went to Rome, Sorrento, Naples, a few other places. But yeah, that was kind of like a sign that, I don't know, we weren't supposed to cruise. So then the next time we cruised was our honeymoon. And then that was like a super beautiful experience, all the places we got to see. And then after that, Chris and I, we considered ourselves cruise people. We took Sailor on a Disney cruise when she was 10 months old. And then we did have 2 cruises booked in we had a cruise booked in early 2021. And that's when it was still a little bit like the whole travel industry was still a little bit all over the place. So we ended up not doing that cruise. And then this will be our first cruise back to cruising after like almost 7 years. So we're excited. Hopefully everything will be wonderful. Sailor is my 7-year-old, if you're new here, and she does get car sick. So I asked the doctor what we could do, and they said that they have these wristbands that are like non-drowsy that they can wear so that you don't have, like if you wear the patch, I don't know if you've seen people like wear a patch, it can make you drowsy. So they recommended these wristbands. So I'm going to order these wristbands off of Amazon, and I'll let you know if they work. If you've used them before, let me know if they worked for your kids or for you.
I want to be daring, baby, dance the night away. I let my head down if I want. Don't you just get tired chasing fame and being pretty all the time? Doesn't sound like fun. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I want to be silly, baby, dance the night away. I'll kick my shoes off if I want. Let yourself be free, and maybe you will find that there is more to life than being pretty. Honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. You can. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off. You don't have to hide it. Baby, let your head down, be a little wilder. Baby, kick your shoes off, don't hide it. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box, beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder.
All right, so I've got the laundry going, which is like never ending. The weekend laundry cycle. Start off the video doing laundry and I'll end the video doing laundry. But this is the purple one that I got for Savannah's room. She has a bit more stuffed animals, so I'm going to go ahead and see if I can fill this one up to the max.
stressed for a while, trying to please everyone who's around me. I've been putting on my fake smile, even though I'm wasting time. I don't want to be trapped in a box, trying to be like the rest when I'm not. I just wanna go my own way, gonna let the past burn down. Cause honestly, don't wanna be stuck in boring conversations with you. With you, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'll be going away for a while. Oh, and I don't know what I'll find. Maybe I can be a rock star, playing songs on my guitar. I know I have to be somewhere else to be able to find myself. Shouldn't be so complicated. If I listen to my heart, I'm gonna leave it all behind, find myself, I'm gonna start over new. Yeah, I'm on my way now. 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 I'm on my way now.
So I typically finish up the weekend by folding the rest of the clothes and getting all of their clothes and uniforms ready for the following week. I don't have a rigid weekend routine, but I do find pockets throughout the day where I can accomplish a lot. I hope that y'all enjoyed today's video. If there's anything else you want me to see or talk about, please leave it in the comments below. But I hope that y'all have a great rest of the week, and I will see you next week.